Hello everyone, welcome to the Ichimoku daily analysis for the S&P 500 for Tuesday, May the 22nd, 2012. Well, a continuation of the trend to the upside today. We have a candle that's made a higher high and a higher low, extending fairly strongly past the previous high of the previous candle. A spinning top type candle, however, almost a doji type candle, a candle of indecision and much indecision. We have a very small body, and the small body denotes, in this case, the buyers making a very, very small amount of net bullish progress as opposed to the previous day where they made quite a large amount. And it seems that the momentum that the buyers had on the previous day has basically exhausted now. We have this large shadow on the top of the candle representing strong downside price rejection, and yesterday I suggested that the first area that the market would find resistance would be the Tenkan-sen, and that happens consistently where we have very strong trending action and we have a steep Tenkan-sen or Kijun-sen, and in this case the Tenkan-sen, and the market has found resistance at that level with the buyers losing commitment around that level at 1328. We also have the Tenkan-sen pointing flat, and price action has been attracted back towards there, so it reached equilibrium in that short-term time frame. We also had upside price rejection, from around the 1310 level, where we see this shadow on the bottom of the candle. So that's why we have a candle of indecision. So neither side has really taken control of this market. We've closed roughly around the midpoint level, just below actually, so the sellers have taken a very small amount of control, but not significant in any way, really. The important thing here, however, is the loss of momentum by the buyers, and they've lost control of this market, they've lost commitment, so that does set the market up for a potential change of trend back to the downside. So the low of the current candle becomes very, very important. The 1300 round number level is very solid support for this market, so if the trend does change to the downside, 1300 and just below there to 1295, a previous level, and to this minor swing low around 1291, 1292 will hold as very strong support for this market, so we should expect to see some buying coming in around that level. If the buyers fail to come in, then there isn't any solid support until we trade down to 1277, but some decent support levels down below there, extending down to 1230. To the upside, if the market does continue trending up, then obviously the area at the Tenkan-sen will hold as, or has potential to hold as resistance for this market, and then a level from previous days at 1333 and up to 1347 and around the Kijun-sen at 1354. Now just quickly looking at the Fibonacci extension ratios, and what we're looking at is the relationship between this upswing and the current upswing. So here we have the first time frame uptrend that changed to the upside, and then a change of trend back to the downside, and now comparing the ratio of the current swing to that swing. And we saw the market trade to the 100% level yesterday, and today we've traded through there and tested at the 161.8% level. So we have a confluence of resistance around that level, around the 1392 area, 13 to 1328 level, where the Tenkan-sen is trading at. So there is once again strong potential for a change of trend. If, however, the market does trade up higher than that, then we do need to watch the 261.8% level, which is at 1353, and strange enough it coincides with the area where the Kijun-sen is trading at. So a very, very strong resistance area as well. We're just looking quickly at the Fibonacci retracement of the prior downswing, and here we have an unbroken series of lower highs and lower lows in the candles, and then the change of trend, and what we're looking at is the relationship between the current upswing to the previous downswing. And here we see the market has reacted to the 50% level. 50% level coincides with the Tenkan-sen, so an extremely strong level. It's little wonder that the market did hold up at this level and that the sellers came in around this area. So if the buyers are going to break this level, they will need to have some very solid momentum behind their buying. It's unlikely that the level will be broken. The market is set up for a potential change of trend to the downside. Moving to the Ichimoku indicators, we have the market bearish in all three time frames. We're trading below the cloud, below the Kijun Sen and the Tenkan Sen, so the market is bearish in the long-term, medium-term and fast-term timeframes, and the Chica span is below the corresponding price action. So that's confirming the bearishness that we're seeing in all of these timeframes, and likely that the trend will change because of this lack of upside momentum by the buyers at the moment. So moving forward, obviously the area at the Tenkan Sen is very important, 1328, 1329. We have the confluence of those Fibonacci relationships around that area. Just above there we have strong resistance at 1333. We will need to see a lot of upside momentum for the market to trade through there. It's unlikely. More likely is that we'll see a change of trend, but we do have solid support down below at the round number 1300, extending down in a zone down to 1292 roughly. If the market does trade down through there in a bearish way, we could fairly quickly over the next day or two be trading down to 1277.